that eventually leads to the realm of the spiritual, to meditation, where the person looks into himself to find the true self, and in finding the true self, he believes he's finding God.
You know, the frightening thing to me now, as I look back, is I started having the experience that I was God. And as God, I could completely structure my life and my universe exactly the way I wanted it.
The breathing exercises are designed to teach you to absorb the prana, the energy life force in the cosmos, to channel it into the chakras, the psychic channels, thus awakening the Shakti force, the Kundalini force, and bringing about those psychic powers, which are such an integral and prevalent part in yoga.
So very slowly, let's breathe in through our nose. Very slowly, breathe in. Breathe out.
There are many dangers in the breathing techniques. Even the writers and the proponents of these exercises are quick to warn that not only do these things trigger emotional and mental diseases, which have been known to place people even in insane asylums for the rest of their lives, but they also recognize that these exercises can open your soul and your mind and your entire being to a takeover by demonic forces. Many people don't realize this, but it's terribly dangerous to go into a meditative state in which the mind is simply left blank, and that ultimately is the purpose of the meditations in yoga. It's like opening the door to a room. Whatever comes through, you have no control over.
Many argue that certain yoga techniques can be used as merely exercise, yet that is not yoga's intention. It can be compared to joining the military. While a soldier may get stronger and more vigorous, the purpose of the army is certainly not health care. The aim is to learn how to kill. And so it is with yoga. All yogic exercise was designed to kill the will, mind, and emotions, hence releasing the soul from the endless cycle of reincarnation.
I thought I was being strengthened, but what I was really doing is flipping into an altered state of consciousness, a form of self-hypnosis, which is very weakening to the mind and to the body. But this weakness made me afraid to give it up.
The biggest danger I found in practicing transcendental meditation was the dependency on the technique itself. It's kind of like drugs. A drug addict doesn't want to give up his drugs, and because the experience is so pleasing, and he feels his life will crumble around him if he doesn't have it.
I thought I'd have the experience of like leaving Shangri-La and all of a sudden turning old and weak and disintegrating. I was afraid that I would lose my clarity and my energy. But little did I know that when I did give it up, I gained all these things that I never had when I meditated.
In Psalm 1, David speaks about God's blessed man. One of his characteristics is that he meditated in the law of God both day and night. Paul, when writing to the Philippians, told them that whatsoever things were pure, whatsoever things were good, whatsoever things were holy, think on these things. The result would be that the God of peace would keep your heart and your mind. And so with the Christian, as we meditate upon the Lord, the things of the Lord, it is far different from the meditation of the East, which is an emptying of your mind in order that these visions or these imaginations might come in and fill the void that is there. Christian meditation is not creating a mental void. It is actually concentrating on the glory of God, the blessedness of God, and the things of God, which brings the true peace of God to our lives. Satan's counterfeit will lead to a false sense of peace, but in the end will lead to turmoil. Do not accept Satan's substitute, but keep your heart and mind centered upon the Lord and upon Jesus Christ, and you'll find the richness of His peace filling your heart continually. Within all of us, there is a God-shaped vacuum Throughout the ages, man has attempted to fill that void with the things of the world. But it is only through a relationship with our Creator that we can be truly satisfied. His Holy Scriptures reveal the way in which we can be reconciled to God, and that is through the provisions of His Son, Jesus Christ. I'm Chuck Smith.
And I'm Carol Matriciana. Join us again for another edition of The Pagan Invasion.